You can.
This meeting is being recorded.
I want to recite a quote by Mr. John Ford. He said, "You can speak well if your tongue can deliver the message of your heart."
Ooh, that's good.
By saying that, I would like to go ahead and say the pledge, which is also our message of our heart as well. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and thank you to those who have served.
All right, Olivia has a comment or a question or.
Donovan, could you repeat your invocation, please, your quote?
Yes, it is. You can speak well if your tongue can deliver the message of your heart.
Thank you.
And that's by John Ford.
Thank you.
It's John.
All right, for club business, I guess the first item is we'll try to find out when the next summer TLI is going to take place and whether it's in person, virtual, or both. And second order of business, just a little housekeeping on Easy Speak. On the member part of the Easy Speak, we just have our 10 members on there. I moved the Foley members to inactive status. And for the last couple of weeks, I just didn't send them, or at least this time around, I did not send them a notification of the agenda. And other than that, and I guess Josh, welcome to the new year of new Toastmasters year.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes. And Olivia, do you still want to keep tabs on the hybrid meeting schedule, or?
Yeah, sure. I'll continue to do that. I know we are secure for the month of August and September.
All right.
And it's the second Monday, same time.
Okay.
I know we were going to discuss moving the time up to 6:30, and I'm definitely all for that. I guess We'll take a vote on that if you choose.
Yes. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Donovan and Olivia, I'm for it. And then whoever else, I guess next week or the week after, we'll try to get a majority vote then of yay or nay.
That, or you can do a group message and then say, do a thumbs up or thumbs down if you want to do that, and then you can automatically get the votes in real quick.
Okay, if that's it for club business, as far as I know, if nothing else, I would like to introduce a Toastmaster, and Toastmaster has been with the club for about 4 years, and she's former president, the immediate past president. And so our Toastmaster for tonight will be Olivia.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Toastmaster Hilltopper Style. We will quickly go over our roles for the evening. Let's see. I'm sorry, did we already, we did the pledge already? Yes, Donovan did the pledge and invocation for us. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go right into going over our roles for the evening. We have 3 portions for our meeting agenda. The first one is our prepared speeches. The second one, prepared or pocket speeches. The second portion of the meeting is our table topics portion, where everyone gets an opportunity to participate. And then the third and final portion of the meeting is the evaluation period. And without any further ado, we will go into discussing or going over our roles. So first, I would like to call on our grammarian or counter. If you would share with us the word of the day, the theme for the meeting, and then your responsibility as our counter and general evaluator. Josh, that's you.
Well, hey, everybody. Happy Monday evening, afternoon, night. Okay, my role as eye counter and grammarian. I'd like to let everybody know that summertime is the theme for tonight's meeting. And our word of the day is finicky. That is being fussy about one's way, needs, or requirements. All of my life, I have heard someone is a finicky eater. Heard that quite a bit. And my role tonight, I will be keeping up with the ahs and grammatical mistakes everybody makes tonight. Should be a really easy role because we got great speakers and such tonight. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Josh. And that's it. That is your role for the evening. We thank you for that. And moving on to next, we'll talk to our timer, and that is Maurice.
All right, thank you. As a timer of the evening, I'll be keeping track of time in case we do have a prepared or pocket speech, and also table topics and evaluation of a speech if we do have a speech, or else it'll just be table topics. So for the table topics, it's a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech. You'll get the green light at 1 minute. At 1.5 minutes, you get the yellow, and at 2 minutes, you'll get the red. So that is my role as the timer for tonight. Back to you.
Thank you. And one more role we will go over is Donovan's role tonight of general evaluator. Donovan, would you tell us a little bit about your role this evening?
Yes, thank you, Olivia. My role for this evening is the general evaluator. Basically, the general evaluator's role is to basically keep track of the time of the meeting to see if it's going through smoothly. I'll let you know how much time what time we started and what time we ended as well. And my other portion of the role of junior evaluator is to call up my evaluation team, which consists of the 2 evaluators for the prepared speeches, the timer, the all counter, and grammarian. Those are the roles that I would call on people to do the reports for the evening. That's
Okay.
basically my role for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Donovan. Yep, that is your role to the letter. Thank you very much for that. And also, I have dual roles this evening, so I will also be our table topics master. And during this portion, or during this role for the evening, I will present the members or the team we have on tonight with the question. I can either do the question first and then call on a volunteer, or we can ask for a volunteer and then present the question. Our theme, our topic this evening is summertime, so I will try to make the questions around that theme, summertime. So it's only 4 of us on tonight, so hopefully we'll all get to answer at least 2 questions. So get your thinking caps on. I'll be coming to you in just a minute. Thank you, Donovan, for putting on your hat. Okay, and back to my role as master for the evening. We do not have a prepared speech, and if no one is interested in doing a pocket speech, we're going to move right into our table topics portion of the meeting. So with that being said, I will ask my first question. And that question is going to be to you, Josh. You look like you're anxious to answer. All right. Summertime, summertime, summertime. One of most people's favorite time of the year. Josh, when I think of summer, especially in the South, I think of being in or near the water. Do you like open waters or closed waters like a swimming pool? And tell us why.
In my younger days, I was more geared toward closed waters, but in my older days, I like being in open water, like a big lake, at the beach, that sort of thing. Everybody can spread out, see what's going on, even though, it's my understanding it's another issue with sharks in certain areas, but just stay where it's really shallow and you won't have an issue. But definitely the open water is more my scene these days. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. And I think we just have switched. Our answers would be just total opposite. In my younger days, it was all about the beach and the sand. And now I don't want that sand in my toes. I do not want to be out there swimming in fish poop. And I'll just take my little swimming pool and get my exercise in, do a few backstrokes and let it go. All right, next question is going to be, I'll ask the question first and I'll see if someone is just anxious to answer it. Summertime is most people's favorite season and time of the year. Is it your time of the year? If not, what is your favorite season? All right, Maurice, take it away. You're on mute, Maurice.
Yes. Okay, let me restart the clock. Fellow Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters, question posed to me is summer my favorite season, or if not, what is my favorite season? Well, for me, even though I do like summertime, most of the features of summertime, except for the extreme hot, my favorite time of year is really like the late spring and the early fall, just before the gets really hot, and then just after the real hot weather has gone. There may be some aspects of winter that I like. I'm not too finicky about it, but I guess I'm more finicky about the super hot weather during the summer. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Maurice. I too like the fall, but I like mid-fall when the weather starts to get a little crisp and the mornings are just perfect to put on a little light jacket. And I feel like I'm just being wrapped in a blanket, but I'm not freezing. So I like the mid or even close to the end of fall, being that we're in the South. And so the end of fall is almost like summer at times. Donovan, when I think of the fall, I think of the colors brown or orange. So omitting those two colors, what colors come to mind when you think of summer and why?
Thank you. My question that was proposed is what are my favorite colors of summer? What colors I think of summer? You did say orange. I think the reason why I do like orange is because it's bright. It's very, very prominent that you can actually see it. Just like this chart, as an example. The other colors that I associate to summer would be yellow. Because yellow is the color of the sun. It can also be colors of balls. It can also be colors of multiple things like fish, for example. And that's a very summertime thing. So as lemonade, that's also yellow. And you drink that in the summer as well to refresh yourself. Another drink, as an example, is some shanties, which is yellow in a way. And I think those are the colors I think that summer is. That I think that summer has. Thank you.
Very good, Donovan. And yes, the first colors I think about in the summer is yellow. It's bright and full of, I don't know, yellow just seems to be full of energy. You just can't be around the color yellow and not feel energetic. I just think it feels like yellow. If I could describe the color yellow, it's busy and full of energy.
Oh, except bees.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Josh, looks like we're rolling back around to you. Are you interested in taking the next question? I'll let anyone have it, but all three of you guys have answered. So the question is, what is your favorite summertime activity? Anyone that wants to answer it, come on up.
I'll take it. By default, now, my favorite summertime activity is harvesting vegetables out of the garden. That is well, by default, that is my favorite thing. Now, my really and true favorite thing is barbecue and watching baseball. So back to you.
Okay, so you said by default. We'll have to talk about that later, because I wish that I had my own garden, and I often think about, Olivia, you'll have one if you just start one, but along with the garden comes all those bugs, and it's just hard for me to do it. But yeah, I've never even thought about harvesting in the summertime. I always think about harvesting in the fall. But yeah, there are different fruits and vegetables that are harvested at all different times of the year. Okay, so the next question is, Maurice, tell me, what is your favorite summertime drink? Or tell me one of those that you're the least finicky about, your summertime drink.
Fellow Toastmasters, the question posed to me is, what is my favorite summertime drink or I'm least finicky about?
Mhm.
Well, believe it or not, my least finicky drink for summer is some nice fresh water.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, I confess, I was an alcoholic. And I remember one time when I was real little, we ran out of Coke and my dad went to work. So we ran out of Coke. I was miserable. but now, these days, especially for health reasons, I'm looking back, I don't know why I was so in love with Coke. So I am least finicky about water these days as opposed to when I was real little. Back to you, Topics Master.
Okay, Maurice, nothing wrong with I love water. My goal is to drink about 100 ounces of water a day. Sometimes I do fall short, but for my summertime drink, I sure wasn't thinking about no darn on water, but that's okay. That was a good answer. I just keep my answer to myself because I don't want to come behind you and make it seem like I'm being finicky about water, but okay. So Donovan, that leaves you. Tell me one thing about the summer in the South that you just do not like. Give me one of those finicky things about the summer, or those things that you're particular about that you just prefer to stay away from in the summer.
Okay. The question that I was proposed was was one thing that I can stay away from in
Mm-hmm.
the summer in the South.
Right.
Well, that's a tricky question because there's so many things that's around us that people don't, that I don't particularly like. Like, for example, with pollen. Pollen
Mhm.
always affects your sinuses, and every time you wake up, you always don't feel good. But it's real because, especially now, especially around COVID, that we have to be even more proactive of those only like if you have a stuffed up nose that could, you don't want to get sick because you get nervous that it might be more than you think it is. The
Mhm.
second the second thing that I don't particularly like is bees and bugs. Though I think the reason why is because when I was young, I was stung by 5 bees, but it felt more like 100 bees. It wasn't 100 bees, it's only 5. But I just think the reason why I don't like bees and bugs particularly is because of that time when I was a kid. But
Right.
I think I'm used to the heat and the sun because we live in the South where it is pretty hot, and there's always things I can do to help with the heat, like drink lots of water or jump in the pool or something. That's those are the things that I would do in the heat, and those are the things that I don't particularly like in the summer. Thank you. And back to the Mrs. Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Donovan. I do not like the summer heat, the dog days of summer. I mean, I don't like them. And another thing that I don't particularly care for about summers in the South is hurricane season. It's always in the back of my mind. I got to keep checking the weather to see what's brewing, see what's coming off of which coast this time, and is it coming this way, and are we prepared? By the way, get hurricane ready. We are definitely in the midst of hurricane season. Okay, Maurice, I was going to say Madam President, Mr. President, would you like for us to continue with a couple more questions or move on into the next?
Well, 7:13, so we go one more round.
Okay, all right, all right. So here I am with the next question. Josh, so you already told us about the type of water that you enjoy, and you like the open waters and being out, I guess, in a lake. I think you even maybe mentioned the beach. I don't know. What is the one thing that you like to do when you're out in those open waters?
All right, everybody, what I've been posed is what do I like to do when I'm out on the open water? And it is fish, whether saltwater or freshwater, catfish, crappie, bass, and definitely love fishing for redfish and red snapper. So fishing is definitely where it's at for me.
Okay.
Back to you, Table Topics Master.
All right. Thank you. I like fishing and I don't mind eating fish, but I am not going to clean it. So every time I get fresh fish, I take it to the fish market. They only charge $1 or $2 to clean each one. I have them clean it up. They are responsible for all the guts and gore and the head and all that. Just take it away. Do whatever you want to do with it and bring me back the meat, please. Give me my meat. Okay, Maurice, your last question, you talked to us about your favorite summertime drink is water. Now tell me, when you're done drinking all the water, what is the next thing that you like to drink when you're having, let's say, a good meal? What do you like to drink in the summertime? Maybe at a picnic. What's your drink?
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, aside from water, my next favorite drink would be some type of fruit juice. More specifically, I would say like a grape juice or a cranberry juice or cranberry blend of juice. As a matter of fact, it's been a good while since I've had a cranberry juice or a cranberry blend of juice. But that would be my next favorite drink after water. Back to you, Topics Master.
Sounds good. All right, Donovan, I'm coming back your way. When I think of summertime, one of my favorite things that I like to indulge in is all the fresh fruit. And I know we can get oranges and apples year round here in the South because for us, you can just transfer, export, import anything to us just about. So I enjoy, but it's something about eating a piece of fruit in the summertime. I can almost imagine taking it right off the tree. There are some fruits that I know that people grow locally, and I have had the opportunity to take a piece of fruit fresh off a tree, oranges, lemons, apples, even some pears. Donovan, tell me, what is your favorite fruit that you like to eat?
Okay, my question that I was proposed is, what is my favorite summertime fruit that I like to eat? Well, one example that automatically comes to my mind is strawberries. I eat them every single morning with my breakfast to have a well-balanced breakfast. The other things I do like to eat would be watermelon and pineapple. Those are the two other fruits that I consider as a summertime fruit by the juiciness, by the stickiness of the fruit, by attracting the bugs, but not as much as the bugs because then they'll just eat all the fruit and I won't be able to eat the fruit. But those are the fruits that I automatically think of what summer and what I actually do like to eat. I do like to eat some of them. I like strawberries the most. My second would be probably something other fresh like oranges and stuff like that.
Okay.
I like the juiciness and I like the sweetness of the fruit as well, which I relate to some back to the active table topics master.
Thank you, Donovan. I see we have some shared interests. I like those juicy fruits too. I have to eat them when I'm at home so I can really make a mess. This past weekend, I was eating some fresh pineapple. Oh my goodness, I thought I was in heaven. I was like, you know what? I don't think this pineapple is supposed to be this sweet. It's just like I was eating a piece of candy and I just kept cutting and slicing and eating. And I was like, oh Lord. So I had to put some in the freezer because I knew if I didn't stop, my mouth would start to burn because pineapples, anyway, that's another story. But pineapples, like with most people, they make your mouth kind of itch or feel a little irritated. So I had to force myself to stop. So I kept some in the refrigerator. I put the rest in the freezer. What did you say, Donovan?
I was gonna say that you can make some pina coladas with the pineapple.
Shh, not in front of Maurice. He only wants to talk about water. Okay. Yes, but pina coladas and all kind of fruit smoothies, pineapples, fruits. Oh man, they're awesome. I am a fruit lover. Okay, Maurice, I will pass the lectern back to you for our Toastmaster. I'm sorry. No, goes back to me. I am Toastmaster of the evening. Sorry. Okay, the time is a little early, but we're going to move on into our evaluation portion of the meeting. So I'm going to call on Donovan, which will be our general evaluator, and he can call on his team to give their reports. Donovan, to you.
Yes, thank you, Olivia. First, I'd like to go ahead and say that the meeting went well. We did well on time. Right now it's 7:20. So we did do a good job with the time today. Now the next order of business is to call upon my evaluation team, which consists of the first I would like to call on the timer. It consists of the timer, all council, in the Grammarian. First, I would like to first call up to elect on is Mr. Maurice Heidelberg.
All right, thank you, Donovan. Okay, the times for the table topics, which was given, Josh, for his first table topic was 35 seconds. His second table topic was 26 seconds, and his third table topic was 24 seconds. For myself, my first table topic was 1 minute. My second table topic was 1 minute and 12 seconds. And my third table topic was 45 seconds. For Donovan, his first table topic was 1 minute, 34 seconds. On the second table topic, I started late, but I approximated about 30 seconds. So I got 1 minute and 45 seconds for his second table topic. And then his third table topic was 1 minute and 29 seconds. And that is the timer's report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Oh, sorry about that. Next, I would like to call upon the all countering, well, first all counter, which I believe is Josh. Josh, will you please give me your all counter report, please?
Well, hey, everybody. Unfortunately, I was the only one that had an awe. Everybody else did a fantastic job. Perfect. It's almost like all of you have done this before. Excellent job, folks. Back to you, Donovan.
Thank you. Now I want to call you back to elect on for the Grammarian report.
There was no, Donovan, there was no use of the English language tonight, from what I could tell, the best I could tell. So excellent job to the entire group. Back to you.
Thank you. The next, I guess the next order of business would be, remember the word of the day report, Josh? That was a part of the Grammarian report.
If you don't have it, do you have it, Josh?
I'm so sorry. The word of the day is finicky, and it was used by everyone but me. I'm so sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Well, there's still time yet.
Good. That was not so, sorry. Sorry, said it wrong today. Yeah, I know that. Sorry. Jeez. That was not as, well, that was not bad of a finicky report. That was not bad.
There you go.
I guess the next thing I'm gonna call on would be, I guess, back to the, so the meeting went well. All the roles have been completed. Now, I guess I'll just call back the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Donovan, for your general evaluation, and everyone for your use of the word of the day. And I agree with you, Donovan. It was a great meeting. Sometimes when it's just the small groups, yeah, it's we have to do dual roles, and thankfully none of us are finicky about that. But it is a very intimate time, and we get to ask questions and get to learn a little bit about each other. So I enjoy the small groups as well. And I think that is it for me for my Toastmaster for the evening. I know we are a little bit early, but I will pass the lectern back to our president, Maurice Heidelberg.
All right, thank you there, Olivia. Did a good job as Toastmaster, and everyone did a good job in their roles. Okay, no awards tonight. I guess the next award will be to someone who's not present tonight. But moving on, and no educational overview. And you have your hand up, Donovan?
Yeah, I just have a question.
Yes.
Well, when's the next Hubbard meeting?
It will be the second Monday of every month. So let's see, it will be August, and I think it's the 12th, but I'm gonna look at my calendar right now, so I won't give you the wrong date. It will be August the 8th at 6:30, tentatively. And then from there, it'll be September the 12th, 6:30, tentatively.
All right, thank you. So at this time, I'm just going to stop recording.